Hello guys, welcome back to channel Planet for Tech. I hope you all are doing great and learning lots by watching all the continuous episode of this series Laravel Beginner to Master. So in this series today in the episode of 14 I am going to describe you the remaining part of the login register module what we have started in the episode 13. So this is the part 2 you can say the same topic. So in the previous episode 13 episode we have understand the basic of like how we can create the login page and how we can map it with the register controller. So this all we have already covered in the previous episode, and now in this episode we are going to work on the register module first. So here we are going to register new records in the user table. Then after we will continue the login again. So let's start now. So here you can see this is the view file for register. So in the form we have to give the action first. So that action will be what we have to give the route name here. Route we are going to give it. So the route will be what register user dot register. So this name we are giving in this route. So definitely we need to create and the method will be post. So here we want the post method. So we have to create one route for this name and the method should be post, not the get. And after this, you can see this is the first field that is the name. And here you can see we have the name. So we should use one value field here. So in the value we have to pass the old value of the value old value. So this is the recommended way to use this because let's suppose you have submitted the form and there are some validation. So that time the value whatever you have entered will vanished. So to keep that value there itself, you need the old method here. So this is for the name field. So we need to write like this. And here in this new line we have to check, let's suppose if there are some validation error, so how we can do this, how we can show here. So for that we need to write errors has name. If errors has name, this field we have to check, then we have to print here div class bootstrap class, any bootstrap class you can use alert danger like that, and here you can print the error whatever you have like this. So here we have to call the first method just to have this error. In the same way we have to copy it for email. So here we have to update this field first. And the same thing we have to do for password as well. So this is just for showing the validation message. So here I'm going to have the last one as a password. So this way we can have now the button login will be register, and next is so the route you want, if you want you can change it, otherwise this is okay. So for simplicity we can have different route. So simple register is just for the get purpose and this is not for the get, this is the post purpose. So we can make it post register or register post. So it will clear like this route is going to call the post method for the register purpose. So now going to create this route here. So you can see here we already have one route, but this is for what purpose? This is for login. This is for the get method. So this is just to show the view. Now we are going to call another route that is you can say for register post. So here we are going to copy the existing one. Now the name we have to change it register post. So this is for what purpose? We are going to submit the form, and there we are going to validate the form, and once all is okay, then we will insert the record in the database. Otherwise we will show the validation message there itself. So which method it will call here? So here we have to change it. So register and the method will be post. Now we are going to validate this register in this controller. So there we can have validate register, or you can say register validate method. It's your choice like what method you are going to have, but the approach we have to follow that will be similar. Now going to this controller. So in this controller we have to create one more method that is for validating the register form. So now you can see function, and this method I created here. So in this method we have to have the register request object first. So in this form validation method we are going to follow three steps. The first step we will check the validation, check for validation, form validation. And in the second step we are going to insert data in DB. And the third step, redirecting user with proper message. So these three steps we have to perform here. So first step, in the first step we have to validate. So for that we have to call validate method. So how we can do that? So for that you have to use this request object, and validate method is there in the Laravel itself, and inside this you have to give the rules of array of rules. So going to make that rules here. So this array will have two things. The key is the name of the field what we want, like name, and the value. In the value section we want the type of validation, like we want this mail name is as required, and the same way we can give the validation for other field as well. Let's see here. So you can see the name is required, email is also required, and the password is also required. So these all three are required here, but the password, so definitely there will be some length criteria. So going to have minimum six. So minimum six character we need in the password, and if you want to keep maximum as well, so you can keep the maximum here like 8. So the password strength is what, between 6 to 8 character it is going to accept. And now going to check the email. For email, what validation definitely we should have, that is one email, and another, it should be unique. Every time it should be unique, because the same user cannot register twice. So if we have to make it here, so for that you have to use unique validation, unique, and the name of the tables we have to pass. So guys, here you have to notice I have just made a colon separation here between the unique, this is the validation, and this is the table. So in this we have to make sure like this table, this value email is going to be unique every time. Here you can see the table is with the users, and the field name is email. So in this field we are going to have this email every time as a unique. We can't allow same email to be registered twice. So this is what we have done here. Now once once all is okay and validation is passed, so it will move to the step 2. Otherwise it will generate the validation error, and that validation error we have already printed here. You can see for every field we have this block. So this block is going to check that particular validation message is coming for which field. So here you can see for this field it will show the name related message, and for this it is going to show the validation message related to the email, and the similar way you can see it is going to show the message for password. So this all we have already done in the view page. So once the first step is passed, so it will move to the next step. So this is the step 2. So here we are going to insert the data in the database. So for that we are going to catch the data first here. So we know like all the data are coming from form. So we can have this method request all. So it will give us all the data in array format. In this data array we will receive that. Now we are going to insert this. So for that we need to have the model. So this is the model we have right now, user, and inside this we have to create that particular insert. So as we are inserting the new record here, so we have to call create method here. So in this create method we have to pass each field one by one here in this form of array. So we are going to have one array inside as well, and in this array now we are going to pass each and every field one by one. So the first value is what name we are passing. So that name is coming from this data array as we know already. So here we have to keep binding like this. So name is coming like that, and in the similar way you can see other fields are also coming like email and password. So once all is okay, then it will just insert the record there in the database. And after this step, we will come to the step 3. So in this step, what we have to do, simply you have to redirect, return redirect. This user we want to redirect to the other page, that is register page. So we have to mention the name route here. So here we have to redirect to the login. So we have to mention login route here. And one more thing, with success, we have to pass the with success message. So in the with method, we have to pass two things. One is success and another. So the second parameter we have to pass success, registered successfully, registered successfully. So one more thing here you have to notice, this password we have to create in hash format. So we can use this hash method and make, let me check, there is a make method. With the help of this we can create the hash password. Now once all is done, so it will go to this login method, login page you can say. But in the login page we have to catch this message and we have to show that login is user is registered successfully or not. Now going to show you the login page, login.blade.php. So here in this page you have to check the particular user message like registered successfully or not. So going to have, so here I am going to use if directive. So this is the blade directive you can say. So I am going to check like session, because whatever we are sending from there it will come under the session. Session has, so we are going to check get, and the name is what, success. So if this is there, you can see, then only it will come here, and here we can print one div or p you can say. Let me make it div itself. Alert, alert, success. So here we have to print this message if we have the message. So this one we have to do here. Now just check whether this is working or not. Going to check it. So this is already working there. Server is running. So now going to check it whether this is working or not. So this is the register. So you can see it is showing one error, has name. Sorry, this we have one error. You can see in the register route itself. So in the register.blade we have some issues like this. So I think this one is not yet correct. Let me make it first. Here we don't need this name. Actually, we have to check only has here instead of name. We have to have use only has. Now let's see, is it working? So you can see it is working. If I am not passing this value, so what message it will display? So it is showing as 419 page expired. So this is happening because guys, we have not check for the CSRF protection there. So for every form to be submitted properly, there should be a CSRF directive you have to use. CSRF. This is a cross-site forgery attack uh, avoidance. So to avoid the cross-site forgery attack, we need to pass the CSRF directive for every form submit. This is not required for the get method, but if the form is having the post method, then it is mandatory. However, we can disable it, but that I will not cover in this. So for that, definitely I will have the different episode. So there I will show you like how we can pass this. Now going to show you again. So if I'm not passing the information, so you can see here it is showing the details like these fields are required. You can see here, so these all messages are coming like validation message. Now let's suppose I'm going to give the name Ramesh and the email validation. Let's suppose I am going to demo this email ID. I have just simply given wrong mail ID just to see the validation message, and the password 3 characters I have given. Now see, it is showing like email ID is required. So let me make it demo at gmail.com, and let me make it Ramesh, and the password is 3. You can see here it is showing the password errors. So that one only, that one also we have to work. So Ramesh at gmail.com, you can see. So this is showing because we have given the minimum character as 6. So let me make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let me make it register. So you can see here guys, registered successfully message is showing and we are in the login page. So this is the login page, means this registration is successfully done. Now let me show you the data is inserted in the user table or not. So let me open this. So you can see here guys, this data is inserted here, Ramesh, and this is the password here you can see it. So this is registered successfully here. So we can see this way like we can create the custom registration module. So firstly you have to go step by step, then only you will be able to make it successfully. Now for this episode we have seen like how we can create the register module, how we can register the user, and now going back, I'm going to describe you how we can do the login. So this one we have already started in the episode before this 13. Now we are going to understand again the same thing how we can log in. So for this episode this much guys, and going to describe you the continuing session of login in the episode 15. One last thing, if you are new to this channel, so don't forget to subscribe, and if you have not yet subscribed, so don't subscribe it, and if you like our efforts, so please share it among your friends, and don't forget to press the bell icon just to get the latest update on the upcoming episodes. And if you have guys any query or questions, so you can put that in a comment, and so that we will look and we will answer you on time. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching.